Started with an inventor. And the inventor was a recording engineer in Detroit. James Castley is his name. So if a band is on stage, they will speed up and slow down together based on all sorts of cues.
Mm-hmm.
And when you're in a studio, it's a different animal. And so you have something called a click track. And everyone has to stay to this beat, this click track. And it made him crazy when people would get off that beat. And so what he thought, hey, if I have a box that listens to the person versus relative to the click track, a light will come on one side of the box and tell you if you're early, and a light will come on the other side of the box if you're late. And if you hit early, if you're hitting ahead of the click track, you'll hear a tone in your left ear. And if you hit a little bit late behind the click track, you'll hear another tone in the right ear. And when he did that, almost immediately, it changed people's behavior. So that was his thing. That was his invention, if you will. It was one of my good friends. His first son, who's my godson, was born without a leg. He was born neurologically really challenged and had a lot of problems. But Jimmy is his name. He's a fighter. So this inventor somehow was a friend of the music therapist that would come once a week to Jimmy Eggleston's house, right? And so she brought the inventor, James Castley, in, and they brought the box. And they sat with Jimmy, and the first thing they did was get Jimmy to try to clap to a beat with his hands.
Mm-hmm.
And after several weeks of that, he started really getting it. He started understanding the beat. And then they had him in a seating position with his good leg, started to work on like dorsiflexion, rocking back and forth to a beat, that same beat. And I guess, in short order, they had him standing up with the prosthetic leg and then trying to do the same motion with his good leg with the prosthetic leg. And I get the call from his dad and said, Matt, you cannot believe it. Jimmy is walking. In the last basically month and a half, 2 months, has made more gains from this crazy contraption than he has in his whole 7 years of life. Wow. And then I get another call a week later, and he says, I'm doing it. I'm gonna patent this thing. But anyhow, we developed the first software version of Interactive Metronome. That whole user interface, the whole everything, how it worked. And James Castley was still alive at the time, and he had a lot of input in that. We have like 45,000 clinicians that have gone through our certification process. We're like at 1 million people that have gone through our therapy.
Wow.